Hello, it's Paul Clegg here. I just want to follow up on the meeting that we had at the Swan Hotel. I'm here in front of the Swan with its magnificent view. And these are the primary points that were made at that particular meeting. First of all, what I'm holding in front of me, my smartphone, is the most powerful marketing device that any business owner has. On it, we can distribute our own brochures, promotional material via a website or a blog. We can launch our own radio station via a podcast. And we can even have our own TV station via YouTube and Facebook Live. Furthermore, if you are in the business of teaching people, you can set up a conference centre or a workshop via the internet. One of the primary points that I made at the meeting was that marketing should be judged as an investment, not as a cost. If you look upon it as a cost, maybe because you don't understand it, maybe because you don't have the budget, then you'll see it as something to reduce. Whereas if you view it as an investment, which it is, it's an investment in acquiring customers, then you will value it. My view is if you can't measure what you're doing from a marketing point of view, then it's a punt. You really need to be able to do things that you can measure. And that's why social media, joining a referral group is valuable. Using telesales is of value because you can measure what you've spent and you can measure what you've got in return. And both of those things can give you a return on investment. And that way you can see whether what you're doing is working and you can do more of it, or if it's not working, you can try something else, measure that and see whether that works better. To help you value marketing, the next thing is to decide what the long-term value of a customer is. An accountant, for instance, may acquire a customer, a small business, that they keep typically for 8 years. If that customer is worth £1,000 a year, then that customer is really long-term worth £8,000. Whatever it is for you, if you know the value of the long-term value of a customer, you can assess how much you're prepared to spend to get that customer. I said that the internet provides you with access to almost anybody in the world, so marketing has never been as cheap, but it comes with a cost. All of your competitors are in the same situation, and the cost is the distraction that social media can provide, not only to you or for you, but also for your customers. So getting attention is absolutely critical if you're going to begin the sales process with somebody. And by attention, I mean the undivided attention. Now, there's lots of reasons why people don't buy your product. Some of the reasons are they don't see a need. They don't know you, like, or trust you. And let's face it, everybody has people like that. Maybe they're still weighing up their options, which is a good reason to be seen on the internet, because people are researching your service or product before they even talk to you. What do they see? It could be that they can't afford or don't see the value. And a really big one is maybe the timing is not right. Remember, 82% of sales take place after the 7th touch. And I suspect when it comes to referrals, the same statistics apply. That's why you meet somebody at a networking event hoping to get an introduction, and you just won't get it there and then, especially if the introduction is of high risk. Now, 82% of people buying on the 7th touch means that you need to stay in touch. And unfortunately, we're not doing that. How do you get from touch 1 to touch 7? It's called engagement. So what is your engagement strategy to get you from there to there? Do you have one? The engagement strategy needs to stay in touch and add value to build on that relationship, because you need to be a person of value, you need to be a person of influence. You can do this or get this done by the help of other people through articles, blogging, PR, responding to blogs and articles on social media, adding your value or your particular perspective. Now, networking events are a great place to meet people, but that's all they are, to meet people. They're not a mass opportunity to cold call. So many people that don't know what they're doing go along to sell their stuff. Please don't do it. We love to buy, but we don't want to be sold to. So remember, a networking, who you meet at a networking event is an opportunity to start and build a relationship. It's a first touch. So make sure that you follow up with people that you've met and had a conversation with. It could be to follow up and suggest that you meet and stay connected on social media. That's a popular one, either on LinkedIn in my case or Facebook. But it also could be a great opportunity to suggest a coffee where you can have a meaningful discussion after that event, where you can become interested in where they're going to, be interested in what they see for the future. A good question to ask people at networking events or at a subsequent meeting, when the timing is right, is how do you see the next 12 months panning out? That can be extremely valuable in ascertaining the person's ambitions, their fears, their challenges, and who knows, you may be able to help them, reassure them. Moreover, you've actually expressed an interest in them, and that is really key if it comes from a genuine interest. Now, when it comes to sales, what I've been talking about should give you a clue as to what's important. But your primary focus in business must be to get in front of more people who want to buy your stuff, so you waste less time chasing people who don't. And that's where I might be able to help you. Sales are far easier when you already have a good reputation. Your reputation is what people say about you behind your back. I've always found that testimonials are a great way to build your reputation. It's one thing for you to say how good you are, but it's an entirely different thing for people that know you to tell people they know how good you are. Testimonials are gold. We look for them and reviews on YouTube. That's one of the greatest sources of the use of YouTube for certain. And it's not that difficult to collect testimonials when people are saying nice things about you. You just have to ask. And I found it quite easy when people will say something good, either written or verbally. It's just to ask the question, can I quote you on that? And then actually ask them whether you can use that quotation in some of your marketing material. So your marketing material, your website, you really should not be underestimating the value of testimonials. I've covered so far the sales process, and for most people, that's where it ends. However, for me, that's where building your reputation and building your business begins. It's what you do after the sale that builds reputation. It's delivering your service and wowing your customer with something they don't quite expect. It's maybe cross-selling or upselling services that they may need besides that which you offer. And of course, it's the asking for at the right time and in the right way for referrals or testimonials. My final advice in business, and it's a lonely business being an entrepreneur and starting a business, is to surround yourself with people who will inspire, encourage, and help you build your business and stay on focus. And I'm planning to help do that by bringing together entrepreneurs and business owners together on a regular basis to talk about marketing. I'm launching Somerset Marketing Hub here in Wells, and the network meeting will be purely about what's working. It'll be discussing marketing, things that you don't know, things that you're doing that are right, things that maybe you're doing that are not right, or maybe things that you'd like to do and not sure how to do them. They're the sort of things that we want to discuss, and if that's something of interest to you and you've seen this video on social media, PM me and I'll give you details, or if you've seen this on a page, get back to me on the contact details that are on this page, and I look forward to meeting you at one of those events. All the best.